thought the Philly looked at him like the King Von of the city. I'm gonna keep it a beat with you. Like, it'd be like, yo,
I mean, King Von is way too seven different people. You can't compare that man to King.
I listen to the music. The music sound like that.
King Von?
Yes, he was terrorizing the city.
No, he wasn't terrorizing.
Show your face. Show your face, please. With sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, I know it's Ramadan, but somehow, some way, these guys still manage to fit in some type of drama when it's supposed to be a time of peace. A time of letting go negativity, giving thanks, and appreciating all you have while cleaning the mind, body, and soul. However, none of that is going on. Today, we're going to talk about recent back and forth between Philly rappers Poundside Pop and Meek Mill. As of yesterday and the day before, Meek and Poundside Pop have been going at it on social media to the point where Meek even brought up Poundside Pop's mom and called his biological father a snitch. It even went as far as threats from both sides being pushed and saying what each other going to do to one another when they catch each other in Philly. Now, it's too much to sit here and bring up each tweet or social media post on Instagram, so make sure y'all stay tuned at the end of the video because I'll be talking, but I'll post the tweets at the end so y'all can check it out. You know, I'm gonna just post it and leave it in the background. You can pause and stop the video whenever you want so you can see what's going on. But for y'all that don't know what's going on, Meek Mill and Poundside Pop have been into it ever since Meek Mill offered Zoo Gang members and Poundside Pop $20,000 to stop the violence in Philly. Meek will make a post on Twitter back in November of 2020 saying, quote, "I'll give all the main big artists in Philly a deal if they put them bodies behind them and squash them beefs I hear about. Got some hot young bulls from the city, but they all beefing." Then in another tweet, Meek will say, quote, "And that's just an idea, but I'll push through with my city if y'all make it a thing. It's like 5 clicks that's talented, but they deep in and get their most attention when they beef." Now, before I continue, let me say this, y'all. I feel Meek was trying to flex more than he was trying to help. And I think the guys seen that as well, and this is why they weren't too receptive to his proposal. Not to mention, these are street guys. How you offering 20K to guys who's already knee deep in the streets? What's 20K to them? And most people might say, well, he was given the opportunity, and I get it. But realistically and logically speaking, it don't make sense trying to give these guys who's already involved in the street $20,000. Not to mention, that's a bad contract musically regardless, right? A $20,000 deal, that's worse than a 360 deal. So in a nutshell, these guys felt more offended than anything, and respectfully. You can't put a price like that on someone's art. It just doesn't make sense. And not to mention, you're also saying put them bodies behind you. Like, you can't just put bodies behind you. You know, and I tell people that even with the Chicago sector, you can't tell people just, oh, forget about this body, forget it. These guys lost friends. They lost family members. They lost people close to them. So you can't just say, oh, forget about that person. It don't work like that. Some people want to get back. Some people actually don't mind putting it behind them, but you just not going to have everybody on the same page when it comes to somebody losing their life, right? But anyway, Poundside Pop would eventually respond, being that he definitely was one of the top artists coming out of Philly at the time, and he would tell Meek Mill to pick a side. However, he reposted a tweet of Meek telling guys they're going to have to eventually pick a side prior to him saying that, so he was just doubling down and telling Meek that he's going to have to pick a side. Now, Meek being Meek, he'll go off on Twitter. It was a whole big rant, and it's pretty much been up ever since, you know, between the two. Now fast forward to recently, Meek Mill was identified as a subject involved in Diddy's lawsuit. It's alleged that Diddy had intimate relations with a rapper from Philly that dated Nicki Minaj. Meek's name was never released in the documents, but with a description like that, it's clear as day. How many rappers you know that is from Philly and dated Nicki Minaj? So DJ Akademiks would do what he does all the time and react to the information online in front of his audience. Meek would catch wind and went back and forth with DJ Akademiks on social media for a couple days as well. That's when Akademiks would expose Meek Mill for allegedly blackballing Philly artists like Poundside Pop and others behind the scenes. This would reignite the problems between Poundside Pop and Meek again, because Poundside Pop would repost Akademiks and say that he's been blackballed, and even ended up doing an interview with Akademiks as well. Now this is where the tweets and the back and forth will start, so I'm gonna just post all the tweets and stuff in the video because it's too much to go over. But before I do, let me say this. Meek being who he is, he going out bad. Right? First it was the allegations where he attacked DJ Akademiks, but he never attacked or said anything to the source, which would be Rodney Jones. So I'm kind of confused. On top of that, Meek prides himself on helping with prison reform and trying to stop the violence. However, he does things like this. You can't say you want to stop the violence and stop guys from going to jail, but then you're part of the same exact problem you're trying to find solutions for. It's a situation where he has to practice what he preaches. And I can't sit here and totally blame him. I'm not gonna lie. I know it can be hard when you have people attacking your character and you really from the hood. But that's the obstacles you face when you want to push peace or you want to try to be the face of prison reform or stopping the violence in your city. You got to lead by example. You're always going to be tested, so it's up to you and how you react to the situation. But when you react like Meek, nobody's going to believe in your movement because they feel you yourself don't even have enough discipline to control yourself. So how are you going to teach others to have discipline to control themselves to stop the violence? Right? So it is what it is. Meek got to stop letting these guys get to him. When someone see that you're easy, right? You're easy to get to, they're going to keep coming after you, especially when they realize that they can get a response out of you. Meek speaks about being rich and being on a different level, but what's the difference in levels and money when you still scuba down to others trying to get to where you at? Right? It's like an oxymoron. They supposed to not even be able to get a response from him, right? Because he is who he is. But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all see the tweets and posts. Y'all can check it out. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping. Check this out.